as good as Uncharted. Like you said, they didn't have consistency throughout the entire thing, although they did have good voice actors. So you've got to give at least those guys some credits. You other dickheads that they just hired off the street, sorry, you're probably not going to get rehired for the sequel.
Jobber.
So now the real deal, the gameplay. And despite the fact that this was a GTA-style game to me, you know, I'm still playing it. And partially that's because of how great the graphics are, how different the story is from something like GTA, and how they try to mix it up. But I think ultimately that's where they really fall short. And the general consensus, or the general premise of the game, is that you do have 9 assassinations that you must complete. However, to go further than that, there's like a story outside of that. And again, I don't want to go too much into spoilers, but it spans over different time period is what I'll basically say.
You ruined the entire experience.
I don't think so at all.
Thank you.
I don't think so at all. Now, as far as the gameplay goes, you're going to find yourself running away. You're going to find yourself hiding a lot. You're going to find yourself doing the same sort of leading up to the assassination objectives, saving a citizen, eavesdropping, pickpocketing. But while you do these things and they're really interesting and neat, oh, this is a cool concept, when you're doing it for your 80th time, suddenly you're like, oh, no, I have to pickpocket someone again.
Do you think real-life assassins feel that way? Like, damn, I got to pickpocket another guy.
Fucking damn it.
Well,
I hate my job. I'm going to Monster.com right now.
Because
being an assassin.
Let me put it in perspective for you, Suma, since you're going to be a sarcastic fuckhead.
I'm not. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm just saying, you're an assassin. You assassinate
Did you get tired with fucking hacking in BioShock?
Yeah.
All right.
So?
Well, then nothing is fucking.
I don't think you're a hacker in BioShock.
Yeah, I didn't play a hacker.
You're some poor hapless dude who's fucking trapped
I played some dude
underwater.
that was on a plane and it fell down from the sky.
I'm sure that an someone who is assassin probably gets an envelope that says, go kill this person. They're not like, hey, I need you to go eavesdrop on this guy. And it'll give you all the info you need to go kill him.
Dude, back in the day, they only had like one
guy
working on the whole project.
Are you an assassin? You don't know that.
How do you know that I'm not?
How do you know that I'm not?
Okay.
All right, then.
Oh, shit.
Watch out when you're sleeping.
You guys gotta kill each other.
Force. Gameplay.
Hey, listen, you know, I wish Wheat was wrong. You get a mission. He says, go eavesdrop on this character, go pickpocket this dude, go rough up this guy, go kill the assassination. Stage 3, go pickpocket, go eavesdrop, go punch, go assassinate.
Exactly.
Stage 4, exact same thing. I'm 6 stages into it, and I've done the same damn 3 mini missions before I get to the main mission.
Assassins need variety too, bitch!
And not only that, but we got to talk about how every time we enter a city, what do you have to spend the first hour every time you enter a city?
Cleaning your tools.
No, the city is not unlocked for
your
you.
knife.
The way that you unlock the city is by going, what do they call them? Like,
wait, it's not unlocked?
Viewpoints.
Viewpoints, thank you. They're not unlocked. You actually have to climb these viewpoints, and then you like see a new part of the city, and then it adds to your map. But it is kind of cool because it adds to the mystique of like what you're unlocking.
That's
but again,
called, they can't load the whole thing
I think I've done it 50 times or more, and I'm not even halfway through it.
Is it worse than going in elevators for long stretches of periods?
Are you talking about Mass Effect?
Moron. Suma doesn't know how to use the fucking public transit system in Mass Effect, so he blames the goddamn elevators for taking too long, when he's really
because he's
only got
still on the beginning planet. That's a problem
because there's a little terminal that you walk up to and you're like, beep, send me there, and then instantly you're there. But Suma decides, I'm going to take the 10-minute elevators instead, and then bitch about it. Mass Effect review coming next week.
Oh my god!
But he is right. The elevator rides
Epilepticgaming.com.
So, Forrest, aside from the gameplay, let's do a comparison to Grand Theft Auto, because even though I'm not the biggest Grand Theft Auto fan, I think I'd rather play a Grand Theft Auto game because at least they're giving me some variety.
I really wish people wouldn't say Grand Theft Auto game. I wish they'd say sandbox, meaning it's an open world, because it's an insult to compare this game to Grand Theft Auto. There is 50 million more things to do in any Grand Theft Auto game, including the first one. You know, this game is very limited in what you can do. Yeah, you have an open world, but what the hell are you going to do with it? You can rough up the occasional guard who's beating on a citizen.
Pickpocket, you can
pickpocket,
you can
eavesdrop,
shame people. Come on. That's not fun.
There are probably, there's probably 6 or 7 things you do in the city. Suppose a Grand Theft Auto has a laundry list, like more than you can name.
Drive a cab. Fucking pick up people in the ambulance, go do these special missions. And that's what I guess.
Sex with a hooker.
That's what I almost felt like the game needed that variety for us. And for a game that's been in development for so long, it was almost a little surprising that this variety didn't exist. Your thoughts on that?
I'm kind of surprised too, but I think that this game put such a focus on the world and the graphics that gameplay was actually kind of limited with, the character they set you up with. There's only so much an assassin, can do and still be an assassin as opposed to being this huge public figure that everyone runs from when they see. And, it's kind of sad that the gameplay was so limited because it's a blast when you start it off until you realize, this is what I'm going to be doing over and over. At least like Drake's, the gunplay was repetitive, but I really freaking enjoyed it.
Right.
There was really no aspect of this game that said, holy shit, I can do this over and over and over and still enjoy it.
Yeah, it loses its novelty after a while.
It does.
As I'm sure any guy that is shanking people in the kidneys in prison, after
it's probably fun every time.
After your 5th or 6th shank, it's just...
Rather shank than getting...
It's probably more fun to make your shank than it is. Okay. Gameplay, let's look at our scores. I think, once again, Force and I are on the same page. They bring something new, but unfortunately, the repetitiveness for me is why I had to dock it down to a 7. Now, that doesn't make it bad because you still are experiencing something that other games aren't offering you. But there are other, as Force would like me to call them, sandbox games that are going to offer you a more enjoyable gameplay experience. That's why my 7 came into play. Force, anything to add to that?
And I want to point out, guys, that 4/5 of this game is repetitive. 1/5 of it's unbelievable because I actually loved every assassination. Every assassination plays out differently. I love that one where you're like running from the city streets, jumping from roof to roof, trying to nail this guy and get ahead of him. And I really enjoyed that aspect of it, guys. And when you kind of go, shit, I got to do all this before I get to the assassination. But once you actually get to it, I had a freaking blast with those.
It's the driving force that will keep you playing the game, really.
It is.
It is.
It's the carrot on the stick, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. You're absolutely right.
Come on,
That's
you
a
can
great
get
way
it.
of putting
Come on.
And our last category now, fun factor for Assassin's Creed. I think the best way for me to explain this score is over Thanksgiving weekend, I had Mass Effect, I had Call of Duty, I had Assassin's Creed, I had Naruto, I had Uncharted.
Believe it.
Believe it! So I have 5 games, right? So, how many times was I quickly turning around and going, I'm going back to Assassin's Creed? A lot less than I was doing that for Call of Duty 4, than I was doing that for Uncharted, for even Naruto and Mass Effect. So in the grand scheme and ranking all of these 5 games that I played,
5 amazing games that came out this year.
You're right. It is because I had 5 amazing
Assassin's
games.
Creed,
It's also assuming because I'm not a huge sandbox lover, So with that being said, I still think I gave it a very fair score with the 7 because when I did pop it in, at least I was having a good time.
It's like me with Uncharted. It's like I don't necessarily like platform.
You have to consume it in different, Whereas Uncharted for me, and I think for Force too, it was like a sit-down play, get through it, that was awesome, move on to the next game. This game I knew was going to take me a lot longer. I was okay not having beat it for the review, but I will go back, I will finish this game. I think it deserves the average fun factor of 7. Force, your opinions.
I will say that the fun factor, I was in the same boat as you. I had all that shit except for that gay Naruto, whatever that is. Sitting on my lap in the way over because I play Assassin's Creed. I get up to the assassination, loving it, and then I would say, you know what? I have to take a break from this. I really don't want to do all of the beginning missions. I need to play some Call of Duty 4. Then I'd play that for a couple hours and say, you know what? I'll try it again. I couldn't. This isn't one of those games where I felt I could sit and play till I beat, which is what I do with a lot of games. I like to get them over with and get them out of the way and move on to the next. And this one. It's where can I fit in the time to progress the story.
That sounds like a pleasant experience to enjoy a game.
Well, we both had the same scores throughout the entire review, so that means that our overall is shared for us, and it is a 78 Wow. Now, that seems pretty low in the grand scheme of things.
Well, it's a high average, right?
It is, I guess, a high average.
It looks like a rental to me, though.
I almost feel dirty because this was such a hype game, you know, and we give it to you straight here, guys. But I mean, that's how it is. You're getting great graphics. You're getting interesting gameplay, although a bit shallow. And there is a lot of time to be spent for the title. So, you know, the $60 will go a long ways. But, you know, Force, is this a try or is this a buy?
Shit, dude. You know what? There are, you know, I have my students that I talk to. I've talked to other people who are just in love with it. You know, they love the pacing of this game. They don't need it to be constant in-your-face action all the time. For me, I felt it moved too slow.
Yeah.
For me, it was a rental, but I know there are people out there who can't stop jizzing about this game. Unfortunately, it just didn't hook me like it did them.
All right. Well, you know, I'm really on the fence, you guys, as far as a buy or a try. I mean, I don't know how you could realistically rent this game and beat it in a short amount of time unless you just really fired through it, not caring about some of the other stuff like saving the citizens, et cetera, although that helps you out in-game later on.
What about waiting to buy it later if the price goes down?
Well, yeah, it's gonna be in the $5 bin very soon since like 50 million people bought it.
Yeah,
so.
You're right. You are right about that. And it's the holiday. You know, getting a game like this for Christmas is great because you know you're going to get a lot of time out of it. You know, so from that perspective, it's almost like put it on your fucking Christmas list. How about that? You know, hopefully that will.
Let someone else buy this game for you.
Exactly. So that was 3 reviews, guys. Not too bad. We only went 10 minutes over. I know.
It is 10 minutes over?
It's time.
Oh, I see, yes.
Yeah. So, all right,
I wish every show was like this. You know me, I love talking the actual game.
I know. Well, it's been a slow, I mean, it's like we had the storm. Now all of a sudden it's quiet again. You know, I thank God that I still have Mass Effect.
I can't believe we made it through.
Naruto, still got, you know, Assassin's Creed to finish. I still haven't played Rock Band either.
Well, you guys
I'm interested in spending $170 and having my shit break the next day. So, you know, I'm almost just waiting to find out. For you guys who want a little update, I know that Rance is playing Rock Band, and he's apparently loving it.
He loves the drums, dude.
I knew he was going to get those drumsticks in his hands.
Still going up all night, right?
And all of a sudden, I think so. Oh, okay. I think so. Guys, tomorrow, Time Shift producer Kyle Peschel is going to be on the show.
Make sure you guys watch
Can we get a thread going in the forums for people to submit questions?
Questions for Kyle.
Why don't we have one of our moderators do that? Fat Baby 2 times. Maybe
Boba.
One of you guys. Boba too. Maybe one of you guys can start a thread so we don't have like 50 of them pop up.
Put it in Show Talk. Too.
So Show Talk, Kyle Peschel, questions. You could send them to epilepticgaming@gmail.com or head on over to our forums at epilepticgaming.com and post there. We've also got our entire library of video on demand available on epilepticgaming.com. And don't forget tomorrow, guys, special exclusive footage of what went down at StickyDrama.com yesterday.
I forgot.
So you're definitely going to want to tune in for tomorrow's show because not only do we got the insider on StickyDrama.com, but we got Time Shift producer Kyle Peschel here in the seat on Epileptic Gaming. With that being said, thank you, Tyler. Yeah. Great job on the moderation today, dude.
Yeah.
I see a little bead of sweat there. It must have been tough.
Yeah.
All right.
A bit tough.
Producer Mr. Hogan Camera Carter.
Sorry, I fucked up at the beginning, guys.
We're used to it.
Blame camera.
We're used to it, Hogan. Not a big deal.
World famous Robert Suma.
All right.
What are you going to play this weekend, dude?
I'm going to play Mass Effect, or as I like to call it,
Elevator.
Elevator Effect.
Are you sure you don't want to play this brand new copy of Resident Evil?
Hey,
are you
Suma,
positive?
Tell them about your Wii on eBay, dude.
Oh, my Wii's.
No! I don't want to.
Wow. Shut up. He said I'm not. Wii is on eBay.
No!
It's $5. A whole bunch of games.
I need money. No! No, we don't use the show for personal gain. My Wii will be going on about it. No, and of course, our guy from the Midwest, Force 519. Force, thank you for your reviews today.
No problem, guys. And you know what? I wanted to skip tomorrow, but I like Time Shift. I'm excited to talk to Kyle.
All right, awesome.
Sweet.
You're not allowed to talk to him.
You will be there then. We will see you tomorrow. That is week 141. It'll be the Friday free-for-all with Kyle Peschel. Join us tomorrow on Epileptic Gaming. Peace.